You know, yesterday I was having a conversation with one of the guys I know. He works in one of the stores in Santin. It was during his lunchtime. We're speaking, and then he was explaining to me how the DA has more power in government, even with their 5 ministries. They have more power than even the ANC. They have more power than any other political party in South Africa, just based on the ministries they have, the 5 ministries. He went on explaining, I agree, they have the basic education ministry, they have the infrastructure and public works ministry, they have the agriculture ministry, they have the home affairs ministry, and they also have this other one, is called environmental and minerals ministry, where it's about managing the environment and the minerals. But I couldn't understand what he was saying until he started explaining to me, and I grasped it and I understood it. And I once spoke about this way back, but I couldn't articulate it because I didn't have the perspective. Now I do, and now I understand. All the political parties in the progressive side, like our EFF, our ATM, our MK party, whatever they're claiming they're fighting for, the DA is in charge of those departments. All of them is in charge of them. Let's look at agriculture. Agriculture, black people want land. Agriculture is with the DA. That's land, that's farming, that's the food security. You know, the taxes based on the farms. You know, it's with the DA. Everything that has to do with the farms is with the DA. You know, so the DA are in charge of the farms, the department. So they're in charge of that department that regulates how the farms should work, the taxes of the farms, property taxes based on the farms. It's with the DA department. It's with them, it's white people. So that's land for us. It's land, it's agriculture, it's the food we plant, it's the mangoes, it's the maize meal. So they're in charge even about the food. Whatever food you get to eat is under their department. They are running that department. All the vegetables you enjoy, all the fruit, it's regulated by the DA. You know, so the food you eat, the food you consume, the land you sleep on, the farms you are wishing to own one day, if they finally give you your land back, you have to take it from the DA. Okay, you look at basic education, the education that builds young kids into adults, into the youth, into a teenager. The basic education is with the DA. Of course, the mandate might be influenced by the ANC, but if this DA doesn't like something, they will go against it, and the ANC won't imply it. They won't apply the bill or the law. You see, and they've demonstrated it with these few marches against the Bella bill, that if they don't like something, they will go against it. Even if the majority of black people like it, they don't like it, they will go against it. So they don't want to share education with us. So they regulate the education that builds young children to adults, to grown-ups, to teenagers. Is controlled by them. Lord knows what, when they finally have all the power against the ANC, what they will influence in the basic education. They can even influence the basic education, and the budget is not enough, so the teachers might be cut down. They can influence that, and the teachers who are going to be affected is usually black teachers, because majority teachers who are working in public schools. Public schools is colors and black teachers. So they can even influence to cut down on teachers, and then many people lose their jobs. Okay, they're in control of that. Public works and infrastructure is with the DA. They control if a stadium gets to be built or not. That department is on them. They control if industrialization has to happen, because that's public works, that's infrastructure. They control if that gets to be built. It's in their department, public works and infrastructure. They control if a road gets to be built, a bridge gets to be built, a government property, a flat gets to be built, because it's their department. They regulate it. They choose which direction they want it to go. Now there's no jobs, there's no much infrastructure happening, people building, constructions happening from the government side. It's with the DA, it's with them. So they should be blamed for that because that's their department. Okay, there's that. So there is also the environmental affairs and the minerals and environmental affairs, where it's a department that deals with managing the environment. Managing is the environment being polluted. You know, those things that deal with climate change is with the DA. It's with the DA. So if anything or a pandemic would happen about climate change, about a climate change pandemic in the whole entire globe, the DA would be in charge of regulating the laws of how South Africa has to move. That South Africa has to close down. Do we continue burning the coal because there's pollution? They can control that. Do we continue having these cars that use petrol, diesel, or should they be banned if they see you? Things like that. And it's not just environment. It's also environment and minerals affairs. Minerals, of course, can be anything. Can be the plants, can be the soil, can even be deeper than that, even what's underneath, beneath the soil, beneath the ground. The gold, the platinums, things like that. So they manage those things. They regulate those things. And this is what black people are fighting to own. It is with the DA. It's not with the ANC. These departments you guys really want so bad, they're with the DA. They might be low-key controlling the whole South Africa without us noticing, because the blame is with the ANC. And then the other one is what? Home Affairs. They regulate how the laws of people who come to South Africa, the same country the black people are fighting to finally get their power back from. They regulate who comes here. They regulate who comes into this country. They regulate who goes out of this country. They regulate what type of laws apply to people who come and seek asylums. If they wake up today and say, we want our friends Ukrainians to come into South Africa without the law of South Africa affecting them, they can choose that. They can do that. They can do that if they want. Hey. So are these people not really controlling South Africa? We just don't see it. We just don't see it like that. I think they're running things. They're running things and they're preparing to run things in a very strong way. Because now it's just been like how many days? 4 months into the GNU. Just look what the DA has done, what has demonstrated, even them marching against the Bella Bill. Imagine in the coming 5 years in this government of national unity, what they will be demonstrating to everyone. They're coming for everything. And I don't think people see it like that. But it is what it is. Thank you very much.